Hello everyone, I'm ExtraCheesy87 and this is the Let's Play Danganronpa V3 Part 35. In the previous video we started the Chapter 4 class trial after wrapping up our investigation, and we're trying to establish just how Miyu was actually killed in the virtual world.
That's what we gotta think about. Now, let's all work together.
And by let's all work together you mean, hey Shuichi, figure it out for us.
Aww, little Himiko is all grown up. Too bad your chest hasn't grown up, though.
Shut up.
That was uncalled for. Someday, my chest will grow like crazy.
Let's begin then.
The fatal damage that Miyu received in the virtual world. Let's pin that down. Okay, signboard, hammer, cell phone.
In the virtual world, Miyu was fatally injured.
Mm-hmm.
So let's focus our efforts on that first.
No, I
Whoever
refuse.
did that to Mew was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer.
I mean, I kind of
We're
agree,
going to beat
but
her with his bare hands.
I don't know about bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is more likely.
I kind of like strangulation.
It's possible she was pushed from a great height.
Push,
Could she have
no.
drowned?
Eyes open, an expression of agony, so maybe Miyu's corpse strangulation. Drowned? I have to determine a specific cause. I mean, I feel like it's either drowning or strangulation. I don't know how we prove that, because I mean, it looks like she
In the virtual
asphyxiated,
world,
right?
Miyu was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whatever did that to Mew was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer.
That's just
We're
plain
going to beat her
wrong.
with his bare hands.
A Gonta? No, I don't think it was
Are we
Gonta.
certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is
Bro.
It's
Bro.
possible she was pushed from a great height.
Bro.
Could she have drowned?
I mean, the drowning, I mean, it's possible that she drowned and then her body was moved later, but, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could see
In the
drowning,
virtual world, Miyu
but
was
I feel
fatally
like
injured.
strangulation makes more sense right off.
focus
Well, no, because there would be marks if she was strangled. So let's actually go drowning.
Our efforts on that first.
Well, no, because I mean, I guess her real body
did
wouldn't
that.
have marks, though, if her virtual body did. But her virtual, no, because the virtual bodies can't be injured. So let's still go strangulation first.
Mew dropped right next to her avatar. It has
Because, I mean, I
to be
do
the
think that
hammer.
Miyu
We're
did go
going to
into
beat
the
her with his
river,
bare hands.
but I don't know
Are
if
we
we have...
certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation.
Okay, it is
I
strangulation.
agree.
Which, I mean, what is drowning if not strangulation via water?
Mew's body showed severe trauma and signs of a struggle.
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at.
Right. And the virtual world is connected to our five senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Mew was strangled to death.
Yeah, definitely. Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she suffocated. But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation.
I mean, to be fair, drowning is, you know, kind of the same, but...
Also, when a victim is poisoned,
But yeah, that
they
is
commonly
the
grab their chest or mouth.
most, like the way she's grabbing her neck like that.
But Mew was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
Which you wouldn't really do if you were drowning.
Oh. The Assassin Master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world? If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
That is true. I forgot about that aspect, that, yeah, everyone's strength was evened out.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
Unless maybe the idea you mentioned that the bodies, maybe it was that she got poisoned or paralyzed by Kokichi instead of vice versa when he switched his cords, or he switched her cords or something, some way or another.
Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope.
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd.
That's my line? I'm supposed to be the one who calls people nerds?
But was
That's
there
my
even
thing?
a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one.
Okay, so maybe this is where the toilet paper comes into play?
Then they must have used something else as a rope.
Now, it is kind of odd that the toilet paper we found over there, if it was used to kill her. Something for a rope. I have an idea what it might be. I found it in the investigation.
This is it!
By God, he's good.
During the investigation, we found toilet paper outside the mansion.
This one's really cool. I like this idea a lot. Is this toilet paper? What would toilet paper be doing here?
I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her.
Gonta, no can ignore that!
Gonta. Bro, what'd you talk about? Toilet paper, easy to...
What you mean, Shuichi?
Huh? What's wrong?
Okay, now what would our evidence be that about things not being unbreakable? That killing game, is that mentioned in Killing Game Simulator? Yeah, okay, so we want that.
What, wrong? Shuichi goofing off! Not gentlemanly at all!
Okay, Killing Game Simulator.
There's
The
no
third
time
one?
for nonsense! You know can use toilet paper! In place of rope!
I mean,
Would tear too easy!
I'll
Be gone?
cancel your words.
don't even talk to me, Gonta.
The toilet paper wouldn't tear. Because in the virtual world, objects are unbreakable.
Actually, even though we said unbreakable, they can actually, that doesn't mean they're unterrible, Shuichi. Haha, gotcha.
Breakable?
You'll fall into a logical fallacy.
You're so dumb, Gonta. You didn't even know that?
I mean, I don't think the game would be
Objects can't
that
break in that world.
dumb,
Toilet
but...
paper shouldn't be able to tear. And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope.
Gonta not really understand, but...
It's okay, Gonta.
Sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it.
It's not like you really ever add anything to the class trials anyway.
Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her.
I mean, I can't really disagree.
A fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic.
Well, you know.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
Maybe the culprit tried to get rid of it to destroy the evidence.
The culprit meant to get rid of the evidence. They did a poor job of it. It was a much better place where they could have destroyed it.
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
I don't know, dude. It's not important.
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
Now, it is odd that the hammer exists in the first place, but...
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
I mean, I guess Miyu. We already know who brought that hammer. The person who brought the hammer was, well, Miyu, right?
That's it!
Now, I don't know why she
Who's the
needed
one who
it.
brought the hammer.
I mean, I guess...
Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
Yeah, she did say she deleted any dangerous objects.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose.
On purpose?
You know, she wanted to make a joke about getting hammered, and it got her killed.
But why she do that?
You brought the hammer for sure, but what did she need it for? Need to make that clear. I got no fucking clue, dude. I mean, it's something to do with the lattice, I guess. Like, I mean, to make a noise that'd distract people, maybe, but... Lattice, wall added by
Let's
Mew,
assume
killing...
that Mew brought the
Map of the mansion.
ham.
Map of the world. Toilet paper.
What?
Mew and Kokichi's meeting. Maybe the hammer was to defend herself against Kokichi?
What was she planning to do?
I mean, she's not an idiot. She
Maybe
must
use
have
it to
known
break
not
down a
to
wall?
break down a wall.
Uses for a hammer. Gonta no! Mew gonna build stuff with hammer!
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Probably just brought it for self-defense.
Yeah, I agree.
Or she secretly met up with someone.
I agree.
Kokichi, I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe he's just, like, sabotaging himself on purpose for the lulz.
Mew was gonna meet up with someone in the virtual world.
I mean, like, there's no way. It's too obvious for it to be Kokichi, man.
Mm-hmm. With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
What? Is that true?
I overheard them talking about it at the chapel.
By the way, Mew asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world. I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
Wait, so Mew called Kokichi out?
If Mew brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it.
I mean, I don't buy the idea that Mew initiated it, but... Because she had some reason to be... Well, I mean, I guess it could have been that she did plan to kill Kokichi. That is possible, but... Kokichi's already figured it out. She was planning to... I mean... Plan a murder? I mean, I guess kill him, right? With the way she set him up to paralyze. I was thinking of that as a defensive, but... Maybe she was on the offensive?
That's it. She was trying to kill Kokichi.
Because I was thinking that she set it up because she thought Kokichi was going to try and kill her, but...
She was what?
Yep, she plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer. If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Mew's plan, okay?
Mew's plan, huh? I'm sure if I analyze the clues we found, I can figure something out. Alright, let's do it. Oh. My favorite minigame. Can we hit 2 at once? We can. Now, can we hit 3 at once? Maybe. Maybe not. I mean, at least your positioning matters slightly more now, but... 2 something Kokichi. Who tried to kill Kokichi? Oh, I missed. My bad. Why are we slowing down? Well, didn't we already establish that? Isn't that the whole point of the prompt? Any second now. By God, he's done it. Oh, those aren't boxes? I thought those were boxes. Yep. Just leisurely drive. Don't mind me, just you know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, I wasn't like a huge fan of the one in Danganronpa 2, but it was definitely way better than this. Where was Mew trying to kill Kokichi? I mean, I guess the rooftop. The virtual world. Yeah, I feel like we've established nothing that we didn't already, like, establish before the question even started. Samugi, go away. No one likes you. Yep. Still driving. Something bottle of poison? Oh, okay. What was the bottle of poison doing on Kokichi's seat? I don't actually know that one. I mean, I guess the... Okay, it was misplaced, hidden evidence to divert attention, I guess. Okay. But multiple choice is easy, because you don't even have to know the answer. You just figure the ones that are obviously not right.
She wanted it to appear as if Kokichi was killed in the real world.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that does make sense.
She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
She did that too?
What? Miu was the one who put that poison bottle there?
I mean, that's an interesting aspect.
No, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that.
And we still have to... So I guess she logged Kaito out just because he was on the roof. Maybe it wasn't really for any particular reason. Well, it does seem weird to log...
Put the poison there.
I mean, before we all...
If she did place the poison without us noticing, then she
Log in, log out record. Yeah, she logged in last.
must have logged out at some point.
And then what?
Was she logged in last? I think I said logged out last.
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
You don't have to see nothing.
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then you couldn't have placed the poison.
Okay, so
Then
probably
who
that.
Put poison bottle.
I'm just gonna wait and see if there's something else that fits
The
better.
only person who logged out early was Kaito.
Kaito, your grave just got 10 feet deeper.
Okay, so I think we go for Kaito's.
It wasn't me, guys.
Seems we've touched a nerve. If we determine the when, then we might determine the
You
who.
have put the poison there.
If she did place the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point.
And then what?
Okay. Come on, Kaito.
Or out.
Here we go.
Then you.
Be gone.
That's wrong.
It was Miu who planted the poison on Kokichi's chair. She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this.
Is this a record of who went in and out of the virtual world?
That's right. It says that Miu was the last of us to log in.
And there was like a 2-minute gap compared to everyone else only having a minute gap.
If she logged in last, she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
That right. She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat.
This was all part of Miu's plan. She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, then pin the crime on Kaito.
Well, that's not my fault.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
I mean, I think it could just be that he was killed, that Kaito was just because he happened to be on the roof. I don't know if it was necessarily Kaito in particular.
So she did that to me?
Unless, I can't remember if she assigned him to the rooftop.
Yes, I'm positive of that. Miu used a method only she could use to log Kaito out manually.
How did Miu log Kaito out? Bro, really?
This is it!
Why are the prompts so easy in this chapter?
It was the cell phone found by Mew's avatar.
Like, last chapter was like esoteric nonsense, and then this one they're like, 2 + 2 equal.
That cell phone worked the same way as the phone in the salon. It logs users in and out. I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
Kaito Momota. He logged out, just as I thought.
I see. With that cell phone, she could force anyone to log out at any time.
But Mew never mentioned a cell phone, right?
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use. She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could use it for the murder.
So, she really was planning a murder.
And she tried to set me up.
Well, I knew that from the start.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you.
Yeah?
This is a game of suspicion. Well, I think your ideals should stay the same.
Now, I mean, this is all cool and all, but it doesn't really help us move forward, right?
Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting. Don't you agree, Monokuma?
Do I? I don't know about that. Huh? Wait, what were we talking about?
I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
Yeah! If Father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy.
He doesn't know. He lacks critical information.
Huh? Mommy?
My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't.
What's wrong, Monotaro? Pull yourself together!
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Mew died and not me.
Well, I mean, you said it, not me.
What you mean?
I mean, I don't disagree, Kokichi, but you shouldn't say it out loud.
Cause she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world. You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know. She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted. And you'd never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total control.
And the reason Mew was so insistent we go into the virtual world was...
But in a way, Kokichi still orchestrated the murder, right? Because I'm assuming he's the one that gave Miyu access to the virtual world with the card key and everything. So, I mean, it's still possible Kokichi's the killer. I don't know who else it could be. Is still kind of the question. Once you go, you'll understand. Unless maybe you can figure out some way to get her to, like, kill herself. I don't know. There was a way to do that, where so Mew would be the killer, which is something I kind of thought about, but I don't know. Seriously, it's so fucking awesome. I know you guys will love it. Then you're gonna fall in love with me for showing to you guys. Let's just dive in, right? Okay, we'll do it together.
She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend.
I mean,
See?
trusted.
That's an ideal fun situation.
Kind of a strong
now
word.
We can start a real class trial.
Hey, Kokichi sort of sound like Monokuma.
Really? I don't sound anything like him.
What, did Kokichi and Monokuma switch personalities? Was that maybe a part of the motive, actually, now that I think about it?
No, you're just like Monokuma. Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
Daddy, they're calling you a coward. Aren't you gonna do something?
Yeah, I just gotta do my signature laugh, right? Hoo, 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 hoo. There, I did it.
He's completely lost his drive. Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame.
head!
Listen up, Kokichi. To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I
Kaito,
will never be okay with it.
why did you suddenly just get louder?
I'm just gonna believe in everyone.
And then you got quiet again?
Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
Of course I can. I don't need your permission.
How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue. If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die, you know that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
If we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
Huh? My story?
Kokichi, no!
Miu, but she ended up as the
Don't be
victim.
the killer!
So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
Here's my answer. I never met up with Miu.
You didn't?
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked.
But isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it easy.
I don't know, would his real life, stuff carry over into the virtual world? Like, would he have it on him?
I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either.
I mean, like, I don't know. Like, we don't have evidence to disprove that. Like, the idea that, because I mean, we don't know if anything carried over. We don't have any reason to believe it wouldn't carry over either, though.
Also, I never went to the roof. Not even for the meeting.
I remember. You and Gonta went
Yeah,
off
that is
together
true.
when we first started
Because
looking.
we could just ask Gonta.
But was the door to the roof actually locked? When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked.
Huh? How should I know?
Then who locked the door to the roof?
I already told you. How should I know?
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked. So you gotta be lying.
Why don't we just ask Gonta if Kokichi was with him the entire time?
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
I mean, is that true?
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that.
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell!
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually. Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Miu's death.
Yeah?
Truth? There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. We need to make sense of those first.
I'm just trying to think of like some way in which she could have like somehow killed herself, you know, like, or like he fell into a trap. I mean, I don't.
Wow, Shuichi, you know your way around this game.
I mean, I can't think of like what the twist they're going for here is, right? There's no way it's gonna be like something straightforward and it's just like Kokichi killed her, in self-defense.
Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi claims it was Miu who chose the meeting place.
Now, I don't necessarily know if that's true.
But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see. Miu sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
Whoops, my hand slipped.
If that's the case, then Miu might not have even gone to the roof.
Now, what's our actual evidence point for the NPC non-player objects? Miu's avatar? Yeah, human and object. Most avatars are set to human. Miu is set to object. Okay, so we want Miu's avatar for the next section.
Huh? So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise.
True, first we need to determine if Miu was actually there or not. Did she go, or was she never on the roof at all? And we have reason to believe she went, right? Since, you know, she could have passed through there. Shuichi, saw her. Now, Samugi's account
Waiting for
could
me to
also work.
arrive.
It's either Miu's corpse.
sure
Well,
she-
wait, no. Miu's corpse is not what we're looking for. We're looking for Miu's avatar,
He's waiting on the rooftop
which
of
is
the
not an
mansion.
option.
No.
Okay, so it's probably
Mew should have
Samugi's
been at the
account.
chapel. If you look at where her avatar fell,
Now that could have been the contradiction, but we'll
right
play
next
through.
to the chapel.
How would she have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
Only way to get across.
So, her meeting with Kokichi...
She stood me up!
I mean, I guess what Himiko said? First glance, it seems as if it's impossible for me to go to the mansion, but there has to be some evidence that shows it was
Mew was
possible.
waiting for me to arrive.
And waiting, no.
I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No. Mew should...
Oh, that counts as a blocker?
That's wrong!
Mew must have gone to the mansion. We have a witness.
Yeah, when I was searching the dining room, I saw Mew pass by the window.
Now, we don't really have any reason to trust Samugi, but...
Then why didn't you say so sooner?
Sorry, I thought I was just mistaken at first, since there was no way she could have come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Mew.
Then, how did she get to the mansion from the chapel?
It must have been some special method only Mew knew, like with that cell phone.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated. She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene, just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
So, what secret method did she use?
It won't be that easy to figure out. It's called a secret method for a reason.
You sure it won't be that easy to figure out, Himiko?
No worries, guys.
You sure we haven't
As
already
long
been
as
told?
we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-okay.
What?
What are you saying? We can't just rely on Shuichi all the time.
But isn't that all you guys do?
This class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
You would just slow down Shuichi.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, Kaito has occasionally helped. Not really in terms of solving mysteries, but providing extra motivation, I guess.
Shut up!
I don't have time to deal with Kokichi. Right now, I need to focus on the case. I'm positive that Mew used some kind of special method to get to the mansion. I just have to figure out what it was. Come on, game. Okay, Avatar is still not added yet.
That only Mew knew about.
Kokichi in the salon. Wall added by Mew. Okay, maybe something to do with the
Like a
wall.
hidden bridge besides that signboard, maybe.
Or instead of bridge, Mew used some kind of vehicle to go over.
No.
Or maybe she teleported with magic.
Teleported. Do we have the thing that says there's no teleports? I guess that would, well, that's an agree, not a contradiction, but on a Kuma file.
She used a warp zone.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
I mean, I feel like the answer is, so I guess it's probably something to do with the wall.
A hidden route that only Mew
Hidden route. Okay, so we'll probably go with hidden route
used to get
this.
across. I
So we'll let
suppose
it play
is
out.
possible she used that to change places.
Man, you guys are way off.
Because the wall... Oh, okay, the wall does mention the non-human objects thing. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely
Or
that.
maybe I'm just pulling your legs.
I didn't see that it mentioned that.
A way across.
Or instead of bridge, Mew used some kind of vehicle to go over. Or maybe she teleported with magic. Or it's a warp zone. Maybe there's
Okay, where is
You
it?
could cross without a bridge.
It's like right around
A
here.
hidden route that only Mew could get
Uh,
across. I suppose
Bro.
it is possible she used that to change
Rude. Very rude. I got baited. I got baited, dude.
Or instead of bridge, Mew used some kind of vehicle to go over. Or maybe she teleported with magic. Or it's a warp zone. Maybe
Okay.
there's a place you could cross
Any
without a
second now.
a hidden route that only Mew could use to.
Bro, that's just rude.
I suppose it is possible she used that.
How
to
did that
change
not
places.
count? I mean, it very clearly hit. Any second now.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
Only Mew could use cross.
I agree. That's it, Kibo. There was a hidden route only Mew could use.
Was there really?
Mew modified the program to add a special wall to the world. The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found 2 such walls in the virtual world. It's unclear whether Mew added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel. We do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass through.
Don't be naive,
Ah.
Shuichi.
Fucking spooked the hell out of me, Kaito. Also, Kaito, why are you trying to sabotage us? Didn't Kokichi just tell you not to do that?
What is it, Kaito?
Jeez, you set up a weird wall like that? That is suspicious. But it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Kaito, what the fuck are you talking about?
Nothing to do with it.
Huh. You don't even realize your mistake? Are you losing your edge? Oh well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right.
Bro, would people quit trying to sabotage us? Like, 1 second they're like, oh, Shuichi, you're our only hope, please figure it out for us. And then they're like, actually, shut up, Shuichi. Okay, wall out of a Mew, settings on Kokichi's avatar, map of the mansion. Map of the world. Hey, I don't know.
We gotta figure out is how
Mew's avatar? Yeah, I'm gonna go Mew's avatar.
Mew got from the chapel to the... So why waste time talking about the impossible? It's pointless. We gotta take a whole new approach here.
Now, wait just a second. It's not actually impossible at all.
But you just said so, didn't you?
No.
That wall Mew set up
that
only lets
was...
non-human objects
Oh,
go
wait.
through it.
Maybe here?
Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through
Okay,
that
just
wall.
just give me about...
She's not just an object after all.
You're an
Now,
object,
cut through your
nerds.
words.
Because Shuichi will cut through your words. I almost got
Wall
baited.
wasn't the only thing
Thankfully, I
that
was too
changed.
slow to get baited.
She also changed her avatar settings from human to object.
Which, you know, if you let us talk for about, I don't know, 4 more seconds, we could have said.
From human to object?
Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
Is that right?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says.
Yeah.
I already told you. The more you try, the more you cause us trouble.
I mean, he's not necessarily wrong. But he's also not necessarily right.
Totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
Kokichi, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I mean, I was arguing with him.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all.
Don't worry,
Just
Kaito, you're still our
means even
bro.
I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
Okay.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
Is this the first time Kibo has talked in the entire trial?
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through,
Then her secret route was through that wall?
that's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map.
Nerd.
I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
No.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage? Because Mew said...
No, you're not trapped here. Beyond the wall is the end of the world, literally. Past that wall, nothing exists. Everything ends there.
She probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
Mew lied.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall.
Well, I mean, yes and no.
She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for
I mean,
her.
there's nothing new per se.
Kokichi, you no have to go that far.
I mean, she was gonna try and murder him.
Mouth Mommy!
So, you know.
Monotaro!
Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore. But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Oh, if you say that hint is important, then
Oh,
I guess it must be
bro,
true.
Kokichi, big brain.
Oh, shoot!
Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're cute.
Is she, though? Did he just say on that stuff about Mew to get the Cubs to reveal something? I guess I should thank him, but I have no idea why he does things sometimes. He's our best friend, okay?
So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the
At the end of the
program?
day, remember, we still got his pants, or his undergarments. No matter what he says, we've always got his
There's actually
underwear.
nothing past the wall. Then that setting was meaningless.
Come on, guys.
You wouldn't have done something meaningless.
You can figure
She
it
would've
out.
had a plan.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world,
Mystery of virtual world?
there have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
All right, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing. Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
Oh, the noise? Loud noise.
This is it!
By God, he's fast.
You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
Ah! What was that sound? It sounded as if something was struck very hard. It came from outside, but...
You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point. Did that sound really come from the chapel?
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
Really, that's like probably one of the main mysteries right now is the big sound, like what its purpose was and stuff like that. Now let's go outside and check. Oh no! What? That was Kibo's voice, right? I think I heard him outside. He sounded close.
You heard my voice too?
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
The sign.
Kokichi talked like he noticed something. Pretending not to know?
Don't worry, Kokichi. We're on the same wavelength.
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
Sorry, Gonta not mean it like that.
There's no need to apologize to him.
No, apologize to
Why?
Kokichi, okay?
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
Another mysterious phenomenon, something that should have been possible, like me in the mansion of that loud noise. I need to remember everything else that happened in there. So, what's the name of the thing? Actually, looks like we're probably about to do Hangman, but... Signboard used as a bridge. Hangman could be a little difficult just depending on how esoteric the word they want is. If it's like seesaw effect before, which is a phrase that's never been used in humankind previous to this game. Oh, it's mind mine. Okay. How does this work again? Don't fully remember. Okay, there's the sign on the water, so we probably want to go this way. Okay, so I mean, I assume that's what they want, but okay, there's teapot over there. What's over this way? Just out of curiosity. Okay, so yeah, we want this. We'll just start blasting. Okay, you know what? To pop these bad boys.
I see it.
Yeah, there's still the clock. The clock is something that, I mean, you know, it was something you could interact
the sign
with.
that we were using as a bridge was odd to me.
Now, it wasn't like really mentioned anywhere, but maybe that could be important later. I don't know.
Odd how?
I don't see how, but maybe.
We mentioned it before, but Mew dropped the sign in the river. We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
Finding the sign was definitely weird. I'm mostly confused by how the sign got there. I should remember exactly what happened to the sign. Oh, is it Hangman now? Oh no, it's this. Ah! Oh, do they move now? Okay, that makes it slightly more interesting. Okay. Well, maybe if they'd moved from the start. I mean, still, you know, not really much to it, but it's better, slightly. Or slightly less boring, I guess I should say. At which point was the signboard stripped away? I don't really get this question, if I'm being honest. Bro, there's 4 phases of this? River. Yeah, river? I don't really understand the phrasing of that question, but... Go away, Mew. No one wants to look at you. Okay, this is a little bit better. I really, they should just like make you know, make the car go faster or something at like max speed. So that there would at least be like some level of like balancing how fast you want to go versus because really there's no reason to not go the max speed because it's still pretty slow. Outside of like maybe in this section you want to slow down, but where is the end of the river? I mean, there isn't really an end. I mean, I don't really know what this question's asking. I mean, the mansions? Like, what does it mean by end of the river? There isn't really an end to the river, it's an infinite loop, but... Okay. I mean, it's like asking where's the end of a circle. I mean, I guess I kind of get what they're going for, that like we don't yet know that it's a loop, I suppose. Okay, this is a little bit better. Did I miss all of them? But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that question's phrased a little awkwardly, but... Where was the signboard? Which I mean is fine, because I mean the others have been like too easy. Where was the signboard found after it was swept away? So mansion side. Okay, mansion side. It's a straight line, dude. Just don't thread the needle. Don't thread the needle, Shuichi. You're threading the needle. You're not supposed to thread the needle. Just go faster and you can hit them all. It's just like trying to hit all the green lights without stopping. Okay, compared to the river's current, which way did the signboard float? I mean, it went to the left when it should have gone to the right, I guess is what they're saying. Against the current. Okay.
It connects. It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's current. We all saw Mew drop the sign and watched the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there. The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct? It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there. But that's not where we found it. We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
The signboard.
But yeah, I guess I was just getting ahead of myself on that one, because I forgot that we haven't really established that objects loop through yet.
Hold up. Didn't you stay on the chapel side? She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river. Then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded?
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic.
Kokichi, why are you our savior now? You're the only one.
So close to the truth. We just have to connect the how and what.
Like, Kokichi and Maki are the only ones who even try in this chapter.
All the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
Connect how?
Which I guess is a step up from usually just me and Maki who's trying.
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard. A signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
Have none of you people played video games?
I don't know. But Shuichi should know, right?
Because I guess it's the idea that, you know, it would loop back around as like such a common thing in games that I guess it seems like way too obvious.
What?
But I guess if you're not familiar with that concept, maybe it wouldn't be, you know, something that your mind would jump to immediately.
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't. The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
So, how are they connected? Do you know, Shuichi?
Ah, well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
Okay, what's the question? What clue related to the unnatural way the signboard was carried? What clue is related to the unnatural way the signboard was carried on the river? I don't really get the question, but what clue is related in the wall added by Miyu?
This is it! It might have to do with a wall that only objects can pass through. The sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through...
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through. That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right?
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion?
The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
That's right, that's the real issue here. How could the signboard pass through the wall but end up on the mansion side? Come on, like, I feel like they're spending way too much time trying to establish something that seems like pretty straightforward. What would explain that?
Leave it to me, Shuichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble.
Unless they're trying to go with a different explanation that is more complicated, I don't know. What?
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all of our common sense, okay?
Yeah, whatever you say, buddy.
Huh? The hell does that even mean?
Kokichi might be onto something there. We need to figure out what we need to forget about what we know and just think about it. How did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Putting common sense aside and focus on the flow of the river. Downstream and upstream connect.
That's it! What if both ends of the river were connected?
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel. It's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Just think of it like the world is a globe.
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
Just instead of thinking it as a 2D plane, think of it as a globe.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
Why wouldn't it? Wait, what? What'd you say? There was only one wall that could be passed through? Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall? I mean, where did we establish that they're different walls? Aren't they the same wall? Maybe I'm missing something? Added a wall on the length of the y-axis. The wall had a special setting that only non-human objects could pass through? Is it not just the same wall? I don't really know what they're talking about here, but...
I got it! I know why Mew only set up one wall.
Yeah, actually, I don't know the answer to this, so that's good.
What are you talking about now?
The reason she only set up one wall is because the chapel and mansion walls... they're the same wall. Okay, never mind.
That's it!
What I already thought.
The walls by the chapel and the mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall.
The same wall?
Yeah.
It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected. Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis.
Uh-huh.
That single wall divides the entire virtual world. The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
I guess that just seemed like, of course it had to work like that, because why would you set up a wall that you could only half pass through, you know? So, seems like kind of weird to have that as like a big point of revelation.
Everything is starting to connect.
We'll keep going for a few more minutes.
See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us!
Shh, it's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch!
We haven't even gotten to intermission yet.
If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
The secret, huh? I suppose we should clear that up. We need to solve the mystery of the virtual world! Okay. I don't actually know what it... Door. D. R. L. B. R. L. M. Oh, that's a W. Walls. World. Any R's around here? Oh, there's an R. Okay, world something? World map. World... World... I mean, just kind of have to try random stuff, basically. World over map? Overworld? Over... There's a lot of O's, so I thought maybe that. I mean, you just kind of have to, like, guess. I don't know. The Hangman stuff has never really been my favorite. World... Like, I mean, I'm actually gonna lose, despite... Just because, like, I'm not getting the first letter right. Did we try S? I can't remember if I tried S. Okay, I did try S, now I think about it. Okay, that's so annoying. I mean, I wasn't getting the first letter, you know? And, like, I don't really know how you're supposed to be able to guess it without getting the first... Is this supposed to be a W or an M? I mean, it looks like an M, but... I can't... Is there a separate W? Okay, it's just upside down because fuck you. Yeah, that's cool. So, like, even if I had thought of the right letter immediately, if I had known it was world, I would have never gotten that right because I would have assumed that was a, you know, an M, because it's, you know, positioned like an M. What did we try? Did we try D? World? We tried O. We tried L. World large. World... What? Loom? I mean, O's were the only word that would fit. Foam? World loose? World looms. World loon. World loopity... World loops? Oh, world loops! Dude, that's so... Is this supposed to be a P or a Q? I think it's a... Is this supposed to be a P? I guess it is.
I see now.
That one's... I don't know. I've never really liked the Hangman stuff.
Yes, that's it. The virtual world is a loop.
Every game has at least one Hangman thing that's just like... You know, what the hell were you thinking? Like, you know, Schizo in the first game. I can't remember any specific ones in the second game, but there was at least one or two that were just like, really?
Loop?
Just like in old games, right? Like, for example, when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop.
The virtual world loops?
What in the world?
If that's true, it would explain the way the signboard was swept away.
Okay, I guess we'll stop here. I mean, I'm a little annoyed that we had to use a reach. I mean, it's not like it matters or anything. I mean, I guess it's just like... Because, I mean, I knew the answer. It was just I didn't know the way the game wanted it. I mean, I've known it was a loop since, you know, midway through the investigation, but... Yeah. The next video, we will probably still won't quite finish the class trial because we're still not at the intermission point, but we'll get, you know, it'll probably reveal the killer, and then we'll have to do the, you know, get to the section where we have to prove it. I am Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye, guys.